All right. It's Friday afternoon. I know you guys are probably done for the day, and I'm going to be taking off in just a little bit, but I wanted to finish up Act 1, Scene 1 for those of you who are staying with me. Um, when you look at, after Helena has entered, remember Hermia greeted her with Godspeed fair Helena. We see that Helena is being referred to as fair, which in the translation means beautiful. Now, if you remember, Helena, we heard earlier, was in love with and is still in love with Demetrius, who is wanting to marry Hermia. So you have another triangle here where Demetrius is in love with Hermia and Helena is in love with Demetrius, but Demetrius used to love Helena and Helena hasn't gotten over it. So her whole speech right here, we don't need to go into all the details. I just want to show you, she says, call you me fair, that fair again unsay, Demetrius loves you fair, oh happy fair. So don't call me beautiful, because all I care about is the fact that Demetrius thinks that you are beautiful and couldn't care less about me. So all of these lines here is Helena saying that she wishes that she had Helena's looks, Helena's voice, Helena's appearance. So then she could be transformed into Hermia, and then Demetrius would love her instead of still being in love with Hermia. And Hermia's dilemma here. We have Hermia saying, I frown on him and he loves me still. I give him curses, yet he gives me love. The more I hate, the more he follows me. And Helena saying, well, the more I love him, the more he hates me. So we have this ridiculous situation where Helena is in love with Demetrius, and Hermia wishes that Demetrius didn't love her. And then Hermia reveals to Helena right here, take comfort, he shall no more see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell, he hath turned a heaven into a hell. So she tells Helena that Lysander and she are taking off. And Lysander goes into even more detail and says, Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, as you see, Phoebe is the goddess of the moon. So tomorrow night, when the moon is rising, through Athens, decking that liquid pearl with bladed glass, through Athens' gate we have devised to steal. So they're going to run away in the middle of the night. And then Hermia, of course, tells Helena exactly where they're going to be meeting. The same place that Lysander mentioned that Hermia and Helena used to play. And Lysander's parting comment to Hermia, right? Helena, adieu, as you upon him, Demetrius dote on you. So his final wish is that Demetrius will fall back in love with Helena once he and Hermia have left. So the question in the personal response is, how did you feel when you read Helena's decision to tell Demetrius about Hermia and Lysander? And as Lysander leaves, Helena is saying, everyone might think I'm as beautiful as Hermia, but who cares? Because the only person that he cares about is Hermia. There is another really famous line here that Helena gives. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid blind. So the idea, of course, we get the expression love is blind. When you are in love with someone, it doesn't matter whether they seem beautiful to the rest of the world. you have your own perspective, your own vision of them. And Helena continues to complain about how love is like a mischievous boy. We see down here, for ere Demetrius looked upon Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat of Hermia felt, so he dissolved and showers of oaths did melt. So before he saw Hermia, Demetrius was crazy in love with Helena. But as soon as Hermia came on the scene, his passion for her completely melted away. So she says, I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. So she says that she's going to tell Demetrius about Helena running away, hoping for some reasons of her own understanding, that if she tells Demetrius about Hermia and Lysander running away, then he will care about her because he'll appreciate that she was so honest with him and gave him his heart's desire, which seems, of course, a little bizarre considering Helena's main goal is for Demetrius to fall back in love with her, and telling her where he can find the love of his life running away doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but that is Shakespeare. So hopefully that will help with understanding the personal response, at least the first question. The second one, of course, is completely your own opinion. Is Aegeus justified in being angry with his daughter? That goes back to our earlier video where we talk about what the role of fathers are in this period in history, and how Hermia is behaving that is contrary to that traditional way of doing things. And then you can look at the context clues. Hopefully that's pretty self-explanatory. And then the very last set of questions is talking about how the different characters are trying to control each other. And I will try Sunday night to post a video that goes a little bit more in depth with that for anyone who's having problems figuring out how that control issue works. Feel free to post your questions in the discussion board that I put up on Canvas. And I hope you guys have a great afternoon. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.